I'm not sure what you said there.
I didn't say anything. What the? So like I always say, if you're new to the series, then go to episode 1 where you can check out this whole series and like what I'm doing. And yeah, so this episode is kind of special because I'm going to be talking about the people who found out and how they found out. There's about 6 of them. So the first person I'm going to tell you about is Weston. Weston's a good friend of mine, so he's going to be like one of the very, very few people that I'm actually going to like say their real name in front of the camera because, you know, he knows now, so I don't think he minds. He's the friend that I did like a friendly dance-off with last episode, I think, for the homecoming thing. The first time I met him was back, it was like the very first back-to-school dance, and it was like the same thing as homecoming. We got into a friendly dance-off, and he invited me to like a dance studio, and then eventually now I'm in their crew, and we do like performances every now and then, and it's pretty fun. We got to be pretty good friends because he always like drove me to practice, to like dance practice and stuff like that, and we hung out after school sometimes. And by the way, I'm actually doing the accent at the dance studio, so yeah, that's pretty fun. They found out too, but I'll tell you about that in a separate video. It'll be a whole separate video. So one day I came over to Weston's house like after school, and we were playing like GTA or something, and then my phone was about to die, and I kind of needed my phone to like call my parents to like pick me up after or something like that. So I asked Weston if he had a charger. My phone is about to go out of battery, so do you have charger I can connect to? And he has an iPhone too, so you know he has a charger obviously. So he took it upstairs. He just like took my phone and took it upstairs, and was gonna charge it. And that's when I realized I didn't get to turn off my phone, which that's not that's not that bad. But then I realized it was on YouTube, and then on top of that, it might have been on my channel page. He was like going upstairs and about to charge it, so I was like, holy crap! If he sees, I'm screwed. So he's in his room, just about to charge it, and I run upstairs and I see the phone, it's turned off. So I was like, phew, close call. But then out of the blue, Weston literally asked me, hey, I'm Happy, do you have a YouTube channel? That's when I was like, okay, it's game over. And I told him, I have to tell you something. I come from Japan, and I kind of have accent, and maybe sometimes it's hard for you to understand me, but I just wanted to say I don't have an accent. He literally just started freaking out. He started jumping up and down like, what the? I just bursted out laughing because oh my god, his reaction was ridiculous. And the funny thing about the whole thing is that he asked me if I had a YouTube channel just because we were talking about like starting a YouTube channel like an hour earlier, like maybe we should post dance videos on YouTube. So he literally just asked me that randomly. He didn't see my YouTube channel at all. He just like, I think I turned the phone off anyway, like before I gave it to him. So there was literally nothing I had to worry about. Like I could probably still be keeping up the secret with him right now, like several months later, if I just didn't tell him. But yeah, that was fun. I think it was good though, since he was the first person I told, so I think it was good that I had someone I could talk normal with and just kind of be my real self with. So it's not bad or anything. It was super funny though. Alright, so next girl is the girl from Homecoming, which is last episode. She's the girl that basically asked for my phone number, but I didn't have a phone number, and then but I had an email address, so I gave that to her so I can like text and like FaceTime on it through my iPad. And I told you to remember that specifically because it comes into play right now. So one day I was just chilling, after school, just having a good time, just playing some League or something, I'm not sure. And then I get a text. It goes along the lines of something like, if you're gonna fake an accent, then don't accept my request on Instagram. And then the text proceeded to give me advice on what I should do if I'm gonna fake an accent and lie to everyone at school. Cause everyone does that. That's a thing nowadays. Sorry, I'm not a professional. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I'm not sure if she was mad, cause like later she kept talking to me and like I don't know if she was flirting with me, but it's obvious she likes me, cause she was talking to me a lot, and she kept saying things like she'd have a conversation with me and then I wouldn't like talk that much. Like I don't reply with like huge text usually unless I'm into them or like they're a good friend of mine. Even with some of my best friends, I reply with like a K after they type like a 10 page essay or something like that. But yeah, a lot of times I don't. But yeah, a lot of times I don't like. I'm very blunt. I don't use emojis that much unless unless they're. It's in a certain situation, but most of the time, I don't use emojis like that much, and I don't like, sugarcoat my texts and everything. So she says stuff like, "Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that. OMG, am I bothering you?" Stuff like that. So it's kind of obvious. Like I'm not saying it's obvious she likes me, but it's obvious she likes me. So anyway, how she found out? Apparently I accepted her Instagram request because I had mine on private, just in case if people find me on Instagram and then they try to add me. So I guess she requested to follow me, but her really bad iPhone 3 profile picture quality was not very good. So I didn't really see her like in the profile picture. I guess there was, but it was like super fuzzy and I didn't really notice, and it's also like 10,000 filters on it, so it's kind of hard to. I didn't see her basically in the profile picture when I was requesting it. So yeah, I requested it, and then she basically she gained access to my some of my YouTube posts and stuff like that. But here's where the whole like email thing comes in, like that I was saying earlier. So basically, my email is connected to my Instagram, so I'm guessing she went through her Instagram and like went through her contacts through emails, found me, gained access to my Instagram with the iStone 3000 BC quality. So basically in my head, she hacked the online database and then contact the FBI, in which they can pinpoint my exact location and presence online, in which then they infiltrated my digital boundaries and acquired access to my online content, which gave away the real me. By the way, I'm not throwing shade, just saying what I was thinking at the time. I think we're chill now. She kept talking to me after the whole thing, and eventually she stopped though, because I guess my texts are like very, like I said, they're pretty blunt. Like unless I'm like really interested in you. I'm not saying I wasn't like interested. I mean, I'm not like, well, I wasn't interested, but I'm not interested. I don't know. It's just someone I was talking to, so I was just like, okay, cool, yeah, awesome, yeah. So I don't know. So she stopped talking to me, and then one time in the hallway, she walked by me. She was walking like the opposite direction of me like this, and I was about to say hi, but then she literally like turns to me, and then she just turns around and like starts talking with someone that was in front of me. So I was like, throwing shade much? I see you. But yeah, anyway, that was fun. I'm not gonna talk about the other girls because they basically did the same thing as the girl I just was talking about. Even Josephine. Yeah, Josephine found out. I'll talk about that in the next video. Look at this. Saline nasal spray. Let's try it. Woo! Yellow swag 420, smoke weed every day.